Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord. Oh
Tide.
my. Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Hello.
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 Hi.
What's up? What's going on? How's things?
Girl, I think it's time for me to let you in on a little secret.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, I'm that girl. When Beyonce wrote Renaissance, that first song she did dedicated that to me.
Mm.
Yes. That was dedicated to Houston. You can't say the same. What y'all
Oh
got?
my
What do
goodness.
y'all have, girl? Talk about it. And I can't wait for Act 2. Did you see that she's going to do videos?
No, no, bitch. You can't move on like that.
Did you see that she's going to do videos
You
for it?
is not about to come with them lies that you just told right there.
What
Talking about
lies,
you,
girl?
that girl. Um,
What lies?
no, you're not. But yes, I did heard about
No, she
her
posted
actually. Oh,
a
you talking about the
teaser.
teaser? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
It looks so good. I
Yes,
love the
it
references.
does.
Okay, there's a clip in the teaser where she's wearing a helmet that has faces on it. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did. I thought that was like that.
Did you hear that? Somebody said that she was stealing that idea from J Lo.
J Lo is the biggest thief
Somebody
in
said that it
the
was like
music industry.
somebody said, I mean, as many things as she's stolen from black women, this is reparations.
Beyonce stealing for Jimmy. Oh no, baby.
No, that I mean, people know that that's fake, girl. Come on now,
I
because
know.
it's not. Beyonce wasn't the first person to wear that. J Lo's not the first person to wear that helmet. Nobody that's old in a way. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, but I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys, I am oh Lord.
And I am Todd Ho here.
One of these days on the T.O.show, by the way, one of these days I'm just gonna say I'm tired ho, and we're just gonna go from there and see how it works.
Oh,
One day I'm gonna just say it
girl.
and see how you feel and see what happens.
Let's see what's going on. I see how you're gonna spin it. I think I got
Mm-hmm.
confidence. I mean, I have confidence in you, girl. You
Oh
know,
yeah, I
I
could
raised
do
you
it.
well.
Oh,
Um,
girl, you did, Giselle. Ooh.
anyway, uh, let's get into. Oh, we're excited today. This is a
Yeah,
very big moment for
finally, we've
us,
been telling y'all for
honestly.
like what a couple of episodes. We've been telling y'all that we were gonna do this for what a couple episodes, three
No,
or
we did
four.
record. No. We did record, and then
I
we had
know.
lost the footage. And I think it was just because we really enjoyed that recording that we did, and we just needed a moment.
Yeah, it's something happened with it, and so we was like, okay, we're gonna come back to it, and essentially we ended up doing other things because we was like, new episodes came out, so we was like, okay, well let's just watch this and catch up. So finally, because there hasn't been an episode posted in a little minute, we was like, you know what? Finally, let's just do it.
Mhm.
Let's just start and get into it. Um, okay, if you want to, we can do a quick little idea, a thought process of how we feel about the show so far, and then
Mhm.
we can get through the cast and crew, and then we'll do storylines if we feel it. If we're, you know, we'll work on that if that's okay with you. You cool with that?
No, I'm perfectly fine with that, honestly.
All right. So overall, what's your feelings about the show so far?
Oof. I do like it. I
Mm-hmm.
do enjoy getting to know these new people. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really a big fan of LA things. Meaning like
I can see
LA
that.
reality
I
shows
can see
with
that.
yeah, no, I'm just saying I don't really care for it. I'm more of a southern
Mm-hmm.
girl, and I think that's a lot of times when people and we had a I think we had a conversation about this, but I've been seeing a lot of people from LA talk about how people that move to LA, they're like, oh girl, that's so LA, and it's like, no, these girls ain't even from LA.
Mm.
Whatever the case may be.
That sounds like
Because
something that the Atlanta girls say. And then also, like, now that we're having a lot of people from California move here, it's like, oh. this is very
Yes.
much not a Texas thing. You know, certain things that they're bringing,
Absolutely. I mean, I still rep Houston.
as you should. We're that girl.
And
We have Megan the Stallion, Beyonce, Normani, and
my place from New
Lizzo.
Orleans.
Okay, but she reps Houston. Let's talk about
She's.
that.
I'm just telling you where she's from. Why? Okay. Nonetheless, again, I still know where I come from and I know where I'm
Hmm.
rooted at.
Do you?
I do live for the
Do
city,
you?
and I live for the opportunities that
Hmm.
is out here, and it's a place that I have called home for long as I've been living, and I'm enjoying the girls or whatever case may be. I'm enjoying you guys for
Yes.
now.
You're welcome.
I, okay, you're trying to be on a 10. You don't want
I'm
me to
not
get
trying to
to
be on nothing,
12.
girl.
You're on a
I'm not
10.
trying to be
Don't
on
make me
nothing,
get to
girl.
12.
I'm not on nothing, girl. I'm just living. Can you say the same? I'm just that girl. And you feel it and you love it and you're jealous.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I do agree that I'm not in LA. I would visit LA, but it's not the place that I'm like whenever I think of vacationing, going out of town, that's not the first place I want to go. Does that make sense?
No, it really does. I think, like I said, when it comes to those cities, and especially like LA and New York, especially
Mhm.
people that move there, I'd rather see the people that live there or whatever the case may be because it's like I want to get to know exactly who they are. Even though we do have a
Exactly.
lot of people that move to Atlanta, and you know, some of them are not born and raised there. They come from like Tennessee, all the way, the southern people just,
Mhm.
we be mashing up together or
True.
whatever the case may be. And I think that's okay because it's kind of like we can tell the difference or whatever the case may be. But I
Mhm.
think with the LA girls, I would love to get a lot of people that's from LA to represent LA or whatever the case may be. And I'm quite sure they can say the same thing about us because they're like, okay, well, you got Atlanta people in Atlanta, and they're not from Atlanta. They're from all different parts of the
That's
South.
true. It's a lot of girls like
So,
that.
and I get that too. I get that too. But I would love a point of us having some girls from LA that lives in LA or whatever case
Mhm.
that's from LA at the end of the day. Because all the LA people that is from LA is moving here. Like, Olo said
Yes.
early. And the other girls that's still in LA is the girls that are trying to make it. And I just feel like it gives off this stank attitude, and it does give off a point of fakeness because it's been a room out there of LA girls being very opportunists,
Yeah, I've heard that.
rude, snooty, stuff like that. And the same thing with the New York girls. They be saying the New York girls are very rude and stuff like that and everything. I don't think that's a lie. I think that's the truth.
From what I've heard, the LA girls say it's more so if you go to the places that are fake and phony, like if you go to Beverly Hills or Rodeo Drive and all that, that's where you're going to see fake people. Like, don't go to these places where it's like, obviously, you're going to see fake people. And they'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, I cannot believe that they're so fake. It's like, you go into these places that's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, they were saying, if you go to the places, the authentic places, they're not fake.
So
They don't
what
fake.
you actually are saying is when people of color go to white gay clubs and they're expecting not to probably endure some racism when their preference is only white people. Is that what you're saying, girl?
Oh well, I wasn't saying all that, but also true.
Oh,
Remember that video I showed you where that guy said that he's mostly into white guys and he's hoping that they're racist because if they're not racist, then obviously that means that he's ugly. It was like, girl,
but the funny thing is, I thought, well, why are you trying to want them to be racist? Why are you praying on it? And I told my boyfriend, and he was like, well, that's what it is. They think you ugly because they're racist.
let's talk about it. Let's
I was like,
let's get
okay,
into the real.
that's the all the above. I was like, okay, well, I can understand
Yeah.
that and accept that or whatever the case may be. But we are tired of seeing this and having this conversation. And I think even on TikTok, and I'm on TikTok is my girl, and I think we are now at as far as the people I follow and that comes down my For You page, stuff that
Mm-hmm.
we have reached a point now of people just saying we are tired of hearing about that conversation. We don't care. We already know what it is. It's just like I have to send you this other guy. He's actually trending on TikTok, and girl, he's white, and he's giving it to the girls. Oh my
Is
goodness!
this that's really skinny white guy? That's
Yes,
like, is it? I think I'm. Let me see if I can find a clip of him. I'm gonna send you a picture because I think I know
he's wearing the
exactly.
green shirt.
And he was talking about, I'm so tired of y'all sitting here complaining about who is worse. You're both
Yeah,
terrible. When the one about the guy where the lady was saying, "Oh, men are ugly," and the guy was like, "Oh, well, what if men did videos like this?" And he was like, "I want to say something. I'm going to say something. We have been, as a person who has dealt with both of y'all. Y'all are all terrible."
yes.
Okay.
Honestly,
Oh
yeah.
yes,
So yeah, and he can have. It was Chef Kiss what he
I
was
love him. He's
giving.
so much fun.
I
He's
like
so much fun.
that. I say, girl, please, Rena, because it's like we are tired of having those conversations. Stop telling people. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all gotta stop doing that, and y'all gotta stop telling people what they need to do to attract a man or keep a man or whatever the case may be. Different strokes for different folks. You need to get with an individual that mesh well with you, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all make it work, and y'all make your own decisions in your own home or whatever the case may be. I have my stuff I do, my boyfriend, I let people know probably what we do. I'm not telling them they should do that. I'm telling you what works for me. And I'm
Right.
not trying to push that on anybody that feels like, that's just probably not what they love like is. You got people that, in abusive relationship or, and I'm not condoning that, I'm not saying that, are, they do things different. They do it the old way and stuff like that, or whatever case may be. Honey, if they like it, I love it. That is for their relationship, and it's not for me to get involved. Now, the abusive situation, I would try to, like, girl, you don't have to deal with that, but it's up for this person to say they have enough. At the end of the day, it's them to make that choice and that decision for themselves or whatever case. But still keep an eye on them. I'm not saying abandon them, but them old fashioned people,
Yeah.
abandon them. But those, if your friend over there probably having an issue with one of those lame bastards, or it can be vice versa. Because if I'm not mistaken, they have that situation came out with that girl who does OnlyFans, that white girl that killed her black boyfriend.
Wait, what white girl are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I should have sent that to you. It's a white girl. She's on trial. You guys can put it in the comments if y'all have the information. I know I should have it if I'm going to talk
We'll
about it.
probably look it up after not after the break, girl. After the when the
They'll,
podcast is over.
y'all, yeah, but but
Yeah.
pretty much so she does OnlyFans and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
she killed her boyfriend. She stabbed him and basically was saying that it was self defense. But videos, footage of them in the elevator going to their apartment, you can see that she was the aggressor. She was the one that was hitting on him.
Is this that video that they keep showing? I
Mm-hmm.
think I keep seeing it where you see her just go up to him and like she's attacking him in an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got you. I didn't know what, like they kept showing it and I was like, why are they showing this video?
That's what it
I thought it
was.
was like the way it was formed. It seemed like he was abusing her, and they were like, "Oh, this is him abusing her," and it's like I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Like
Well, I
I
think
don't
it
want to
was
see
the
all that.
point of it was the evidence for the case, and that's what they was trying to put towards to make sure she was being locked up. For her to be
Got you.
saying, oh no, it was self defense or whatever case may be. Okay, whatever, because that's on the heels of Blueface and that girl. What's the girl with
Oh,
the medicine
girl,
too?
which is a mess. That is
Mm-hmm.
such a mess. Oh, but girl. We haven't even
We don't condone that kind of violence, you guys.
we haven't even got into the
We tell
show.
people to keep their hands. Women,
We
keep
haven't
your
even gotten
hands.
into the show.
Girl, this is a public announcement.
I
Again.
no, I know. I'm just saying we haven't even gotten into the show.
Oh, we're gonna get into the show because this is all connected. Keep your hands to yourself. Women, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Men, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah,
Them, keep your hands to yourself. Okay?
all of y'all,
Just put your hands down. Don't be
men,
putting your hands
women,
on people.
non-gender, whatever. Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay? I just don't want Michael B. Jordan to keep his hands to himself. I want him to put it on me. Mm.
Okay, girl. And anyways, as we were saying,
Oh, let's get into the
okay,
show.
so we are talking about the Real Hot Boys of Hollywood.
Yes, we are.
We will be giving you guys our overview of the series. The
Mm.
first, oh, excuse me, gross. The first couple of episodes that we've seen, all of what has been out. Which, at the time of this recording, there's only been about, I want to say, 5 or 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
Let me check.
It's been a
But
minute. It really has been a minute because they haven't been releasing any, and I think that would have made me still being on the background because I went looking for it.
episode 4, they're on episode 4. The last episode was episode 4. Season 1, episode 4. That was the last episode.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys, if y'all hear some air in the background because it is hot, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not sorry.
Oh, girl, wig.
I'm not. It's too hot for all this, honey.
Wig. But, alright. So, so outside, so far,
Mm-hmm.
in everything that you've seen on the show, how do you feel about it? What's your thoughts?
Girl, we was actually talking about it. This is what the question is.
Exactly.
Oh, again,
Yeah, because I was just saying that we're going off of the episodes that we've had. How do you feel about it? Girl, I got this. No, just know I got this.
do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, like I said,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did say a
really
little bit
have
of.
too much of a full comment. I just really want to see how this plays out because I don't like
Mm-hmm.
to be judgmental to something that's just starting up. You know, they're trying to find their
That's
way and
true.
stuff like that. And I don't know these girls. You know, I think the second
Mm,
season, that's when you kind of get into it. You're like, okay, I know what this bitch is.
right.
I see what
And
she
like you
on.
just say, this is the first season, so we got to give the first season a chance to get to the place it needs to get to. You know.
Yeah. And, you know, so I'm just ready to see exactly who these people are, you know, or what they want to present themselves as, and
Mm-hmm.
just go from there. So I know we still supposed to be watching Chasing Atlanta, even though we have not been watching it. It's been
We
really.
finished it. We just haven't seen the
Ooh, that's a
reunion.
lie. Chasing LA?
Oh, yeah,
That's a lie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, girl, we haven't finished
You
it.
said Atlanta.
Oh,
No, you said
Atlanta?
Atlanta. That's what I was like. That's what I was like. Oh,
Oh,
girl,
I
we seen
did.
all
Oh,
of
my
Atlanta.
bad. Well, you didn't finish. I
That's.
finished it.
I did finish Atlanta. I just haven't watched the reunion yet.
She says she's the fan. This podcast was started on that show.
And guess who started it? You. Oh.
Okay, so what do you feel
Mm-hmm.
about it, Rama?
Wig. It's okay, girl. Um. No, from what I know of this season, I will say this. I feel like there was a lot of improvements from what we got in the Hot Boys of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the cast have set up interesting storylines, and the characters are interesting. I'm also in agreement that I'm not a huge fan of Hollywood, California things. Maybe that's probably why we haven't really been going above and beyond to finish up Chasing LA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm into it. It's good so far. I think the cast has really done a great job of creating stories and plots and everything. So I'm interested to see where they go after episode 4 and to see what they do, basically.
I just got a quick question.
Okay.
You guys, and I want y'all to help us out because I don't think, I don't know if you know now. I want to know why we don't be seeing other girls put out shows. Like, where's the Salt Lake City girls? Where those girls are at?
What do you mean, like a chasing and the come up and all that?
Yes. Like, where's the Iowa girls?
Because the girls out there are mostly white.
They got black neighborhoods out there, if I'm not mistaken.
In Salt Lake City, no, they do not. They've said that they don't really have a lot of black people in Salt Lake City.
They don't?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to have to do my research, y'all. Where's the Alaska girls? I want to see the girls.
Girl, I didn't know.
Let me tell you something. Because I have seen some of the.
Would you really?
Girls.
No, wait. Let me ask you this.
No.
Would you really want to fight in some snow?
I'm just saying. I have seen. I've heard a lot of black people in Alaska, and they definitely sound. I think their hood don't sound hood, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, or whatever the case may be. Shout out to Major Payne. He's from Alaska.
Oh yeah, he is. I forgot.
And he has a beautiful butt. His butt is like he is
but
so sexy. Huh?
You don't like Major Payne?
I don't like him, but I like that body.
Okay. Anyways, back to this.
If he just would be all chill and stuff like that, then I can get into him. I just want him to shut up. I want him to be a mute. Was that offensive?
Anyways, girl, are we done?
Oh, my bad.
Are we done with this?
Oh, what Major Payne? Absolutely not.
We need to hurry up.
Oh, we're done.
It's just Major Payne, girl. Come on.
I want to see my girls from Colorado, from Denver. You know, let me see my girls. I want to see different cities. I want to get the vibe. I want to hear those accents. I want to feel what y'all do down there. What's y'all tea? Not the girls from Boston.
I'm just gonna say this.
No.
I'll say this. If I lived in Alaska, you are not gonna get me to fight in no Alaska. Curl us some snow. You better get out of my face.
They're used to it, if you know what I mean. They're used to it.
That's true, but still, no.
But I just want to see something different. I want, especially these states that we really be looking past. I want y'all to put all of y'all city. Come on, Kentucky. I don't know why y'all still living. Oh, girl. Kentucky
we've lived in Houston, girl. Yes, I can understand why
this is out here. So
I can understand.
I get that's why we was excited when we was getting the Real Hot Boys of Houston. We were dedicated, and we still are. But I don't think they canceled the show. So
they did.
Yeah, they canceled the show.
Girl, you just tell me after. Tell me after. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it so I can know. Anyways.
Well, I don't know Real Hot Boys of Houston. Y'all can just probably tell me. Wink.
Anyways, wig. Okay, you guys. So we got a little bit of how we feel. We're enjoying it. It's good. I think you can tell there's a lot of improvement in the cast, the characters, storylines, all of that. It's a lot of improvement.
Not joining the cast. Yeah.
Huh?
The cameraman not joining the cast.
No, don't act like that wasn't funny. Don't act like you didn't enjoy that.
Baby, let me tell you something. That is going in our Hall of Fame abyss.
Out of the blue. And I think they said that he wasn't actually the cameraman. He mentioned that he wasn't actually the cameraman. It's just how that situation was set up. It looked like that.
We don't have to.
This was so funny.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Let me say something. Listen, nigga. I don't
Wig.
care what you say. Okay, I'm about to be like them Republicans, and I'm gonna pretend that the shit was real, even though even
Oh,
though I
wig.
know you said it was not true. I'm gonna still pretend all the cult members of that leader.
You ready to get that your thought out? Your thought doing better. We gonna do better.
We are gonna
Okay.
do that, but I do think we're gonna probably do a podcast of our best moments.
Oh, we do have to do
we
that.
we have went through a lot, and I think we might start with our shows that is not there no more, as far as we know. It don't seem like
Mm-hmm.
rookies. Um, oh girl, what was the other one we watched when he got mad about the Instagram picture that he posted on his own page?
Oh,
Set
what
it
was that
off.
show?
It was set it off, right?
Yes,
It was set it
set it
off.
off.
Let's just say we didn't finish
We
that.
watched a lot of shows.
We did watch a
We
lot.
watched a lot. We did watch a lot, and some of them were really good. The Heights was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It had moments. Chasing has always been great.
Mm-hmm.
The Things We Do for Love is great. I hope they come
I
back.
know they've
We
been
don't
gone for
know,
a
but I hope they come
minute.
back.
They've been really, really gone for a minute. I haven't been
Yes,
seeing
haven't
them
they?
say anything because I follow the cancer on TikTok.
Oh, I know who
What's
you're
his
talking
name?
about. I know who you're talking about.
What is that boy name? I'm very bad with names, you guys. So I'm just letting
Uh,
y'all know.
what was his name? Rara.
Rara.
What
Yes,
was?
that's what it was. And
Yes.
pretty much, I haven't seen him like say anything. He works with his mom. I think it's at a
Oh,
hotel or
okay.
something like that. So he works with her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I would do the same. You always want to make sure you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
especially like outside of what you're wanting to do. Like, you want to do this, but with the way acting has gone and is doing, I know that it's hard to find,
Yeah.
a lot of jobs and opportunities.
Yeah. And fingers crossed for him to be able to find that business.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Right.
it's great. So, yeah, we might have to do it. We're gonna definitely do it. We're gonna let y'all know and then we'll do our Hall of Fame ones. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we should do that every once a year. What's been added in, so we might
Oh,
need
we could do that.
our
Yeah, I
Hall
like
of
that idea.
Fame. So, you know,
Favorite moments from each of the shows that we finished
hmm
and Hall of Fame moments, a VIP or a very important character.
Oh
You
yes.
know.
Okay, the underdog.
Oh yeah. Who was shafted, or at least who was like treated worse than they should have been treated, or something like that. I think we should do all
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
Yes. But are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so in this podcast episode, we're just going to do that, and now we're going to kind of go through the characters that are on the show, give our little opinion about them, and we'll finish it off with how we feel personally about that.
Okay.
I think that should be it. Really, just kind of talking about the characters individually, their stories that we can think of, and how we feel about them on the show. I think that should be where we go, and then we'll probably do another one, but we'll hash out the details on deciding if we will do another one or if we're just going to go from talking about it here and then watching the episodes and
Yeah,
not
we're not
reviewing
gonna
them.
do like episode to episode. We're not gonna do that. I think we're gonna put it in a lump sum and just do it or
Yes.
whatever case. Because I think we did that last time. I don't think we did episode after episode. I think we did the same thing what we're doing now. We did an introduction of how we felt about the people, and
Hmm.
then
We
we
did.
did afterwards. Did they even have a reunion? They didn't have a reunion. They didn't.
Oh yeah,
They
they
had a
didn't. I don't think they
reunion. I
did.
think I should have had one. We'll come through.
They
We'll
should
come
have.
through. We'll come. I know they be charging though.
Oh yeah, most reunions they do
They be
charge.
charging. I'm like, girl, I came up here on good faith. Y'all gonna have to let me in here. I'm just,
Wig.
well,
Wig. Anyways, you guys, as I was saying, you ready?
yes.
All right, we're gonna talk about the characters. I wrote them down just by what I could find. So I'm gonna start with who I have on this list. I'm just gonna start with who I have first and foremost, and then we'll go through that. First, I have on here is Rock.
Ugh.
Yes. So you guys, if you don't know who Rock is, Rock was from the Come Up Atlanta. He was the light skinned guy that what was his name was defending
He was
the one that does hair.
he was defending Milan.
Milan was defending
Yeah,
Rock.
Milan was
Remember?
defending Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That was him, and it was like we didn't care for him because we was like, girl, he can defend himself. You got you. You worry about you. Let him worry about him. You know?
Well, they said they wasn't sleeping together, but she really,
Yeah, they
really came
did.
to his
She
defense.
did. She did. He was also on About Him. That was the About Him series that was on Amazon Prime. About him second year or something like that. It was like based
College
around
years?
the lead character going to the college years. That's what it was called.
Yeah, I was just winging it.
Freshman year. Freshman year. It was based on Brandon Carson's character Damien and his brother going out to school together, and him trying to be with the guy that he was interested in. Y'all know who we're talking about. If you've watched About Him, you know exactly who we're talking about. If especially you're watching this, come on now. So basically, it was about him dealing with freshman year and realizing that his brother's best friend was never serious about him and was never going to treat him any better than he deserved. So he's in freshman year, basically, and he was the other guy. He was kind of like his roommate and all of that. And About Him, we didn't particularly care for him in the Come Up ATL, and I thought he was good in About Him freshman year, but I mostly watched it because I was a fan of the series. I even bought the books, so I was like a fan of where things were going with the character and the plot and everything. So I was more interested in that than anything else, basically.
Okay.
But now let's talk about how we feel about personally about Rock, and we'll express our feelings. And by express our feelings, I mean talk about his story. So my thing with Rock, I think I understand where he's coming from. What he's not where he's coming from. No, not that. I understand that he's that villainy kind of character that we're not supposed to like. And personally, from what I've seen so far of his character on the show, I don't particularly like him.
Oh, I don't like him at all.
He's kind of messy, especially with this whole situation between him and D Bell with that whole thing. But D Bell did something that I didn't particularly like, so there's that. Anyways, so we don't particularly care for Rock because of the way he's kind of handling this story between him and D Bell. I think that's personally why I don't particularly live for him. But also, it's like you're exploiting. Which, by the way, I'm so sorry, you guys. We did not say this earlier. Um, Trigger warning. There's going to be conversations about violence, domestic abuse, and stuff like that. And we did not talk. I said that we were going to do that in the last episode. I should have did that this episode beforehand. But just
We
know,
did talk about
trigger
it.
warning. Yeah, we
We
will
talked
talk
about it
about
in the
that.
beginning
We're
of
talking
this.
about.
Which guy? I brought it up on. We was talking about relationships. Keep your hands
Yeah,
to yourself.
you did say that. But also, we're talking about it in depth here. So, anyways, yeah. There's this conversation going around where Rock doesn't believe D Bell. D Bell is also a rapper. And he kind of, in their first scene, by the way, the first scene that the cast all got together, most of the cast, D Bell expressed that he was being abused by a knockout.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions this to everybody, and Rock's first thought is to go, well, I don't know if I believe him because me and Knockout, who is this adult entertainer that we all know, he was on Signal 23 TV, that one season of Cuffing Season that ended really terribly for him,
Mm-hmm.
especially that whole after moment where he was like drunk and was getting a little bit too touchy feely
Mm-hmm.
with. It was very it was very not, yeah, I didn't like that. But anyways, he basically Deep L expressed that Knockout was abusive. He showed pictures of them when they were dating,
Okay.
and Rock's thing was, oh well, me and Knockout are friends slightly. By the way, he didn't say they're best friends. He said, oh, we're friends slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, if you're not close friends with that person, honestly, even if you're close friends with that person, I wouldn't go out of my way to defend them.
What? Girl, you better defend me.
I,
That nigga
girl,
lying.
well, only if I know for sure it's a lie. If I am 1000% sure. But if I'm like,
Well, I think you hit it on the nose when he was describing the kind of relationship he has with him at this point. He's saying that I
right,
don't have his number. I would have to go online to be able to have a conversation with him. And
right.
I think we understand when it comes to friendship, it can be a tricky thing. It's not really a tricky thing. It
Mm-hmm.
really, how would I put this? You can be
You
friends
want
with
to
a
be there for
person.
your
You can be friends
friend.
with a person, but you can be at the point of you losing touch. I don't really think that
Right,
clarifies that you're not their friend, or whatever the case may be. Like you still don't not consider them friends. Just like we're not as close as we used to be, but I still love them and stuff like that. So does it take away from the friendship, or because it's not saying that y'all can't get back together and make it work. It just y'all just not around each other. So do
right.
you consider them still a friend? Yeah, you can consider them still a friend, or whatever the case may be. But if you have reached a point where you don't have this person number anymore, y'all not as close as y'all were.
Oh, yeah, let's
So
talk
that's
about
the
that. You
whole
did mention that.
difference at the end of the day with the friendship. Like I have people that I was friends with or whatever the case may be. In some parts I do consider them, a friend or, a loved one. But if I don't have their phone number, 9 out of 10, I haven't really been talking to them like or whatever. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what they're doing. So it's like I know when we would catch up, it would be a whole day of us talking about a bunch of things. So let's be very clear about that
Exactly.
at the end of the day. So he don't even have his number, and you have to go online to get his number to be messy actually, because your concern is not really for what this guy is telling you because he's the victim in this situation, and
Right.
it's like, why are you trying to seek out and have a conversation with her? Like, what's your real motive? And like I said, it's to be messy. And in some sense, it does feel like you want to get in. I don't know. It just felt like you want to get in rock pan. I mean, knockouts fans. I don't know. You want to be the main chick since you know now that he probably had did something with this boy, but now he's not together with him anymore. So now it's like it's your turn to get involved and try to see where things can
Mm-hmm.
go. So that's really telling of his actions. That's what
Yes.
it's giving at the end of the day. Because you don't know what happened to this boy. I mean, you don't know if this boy is lying or not telling the truth, but I'm going to believe the victim, the person's in front of me. And Knockout has had so many things about him, like what Lord said early about him. Allegedly, we want to say this is
Mm-hmm.
all alleged, but not everybody damn lying on your ass.
Agreed. You have had a lot of things that have come out about Knockout, and a lot of those things have been, it's you. you're the problem.
Absolutely.
You
And he's a
know.
Cancer, and that's really just it's like it really really sucks. But I think the point is
Hmm.
he is so broken that it no matter who he gets with, it's like it's not the person, it's you. You're the problem because
Right.
no person is going to be never big enough to fill that void that you're trying to have filled. And I think as Cancer, we're loving people and we love to be in love. We love that. We love love, and we love to be in love.
Hmm.
But again, the way he's going after the situation, because we have seen it with a lot of men, by the way, and we're not
We have.
slut shaming or sex shaming at all. We're just saying for us being in a relationship, those are red flags. Now, I would look
I
more.
think the real red flag with him is that a lot of these situationships, these relationships, end in a way that it's like you're being harmed,
Mm-hmm. It's
and it's like
terrible.
once, yes, because
Oh,
most
this
of
is
them
not
have been
funny, but
said.
it's just like, girl, not. I guess it's the point. It's like, girl, make it make sense. That's what it
Like
is.
this isn't the first time you've been stabbed.
Mm-hmm. It
So
don't
come
feel
on,
like it's gonna be
you
the
do, girl.
last. We're not hoping
It
that,
don't.
but I think the way you're going about it, sugar. That's all.
Agreed. But back to this. Yeah. Rock, I get what you're trying to do and I get what you're going for with this story and your character. I just think that it is
Disrespectful.
very it's hard to break out of that kind of situation. And especially if you're going to put yourself as that person, the villain, there's got to be a limit. There's got to be a way to do this that will not tarnish any future endeavors you may have.
Absolutely.
Like Kenya Moore, she's the villain of the show. Let's just be
Mm-hmm.
honest. She goes far. She goes pretty far. However, she knows the limit and what limits she can go far with, and she also knows that I got to be an entertaining villain. I got to be fun. I got to be funny. I got to be that kind of girl because being the villain is it being a villain alone isn't the best part. The best part is that you're the villain and you know you're the villain and you know how to make sure that you know what you're about to say, you know how you're going to carry things, you know how you're going to create a scene, you know how you're going to set the things up, and you know your limits. You have hard
Yeah.
limits, you know?
You know.
So, with this whole thing, it does feel kind of like this whole Rashida versus K Michelle
Oh, and I
situation.
don't like that. We don't want to go through that again.
And no, we hated that. Oh,
It was so many people that was divided in that, and it's like I don't
right.
want to have to go through that again. We're not about to do this. Just don't do it. Just leave it
And
alone.
again, it did not work out for Rashida because look where she's
Ooh,
at.
what,
Well,
I guess you need to
I
stop
mean, am I wrong?
dragging.
Am I wrong?
No.
Exactly.
She's telling the truth, Your Honor. I was there.
Exactly.
Telling the truth.
Exactly. But yeah, that's rock. Is there anything else you want to add, by the way, before I go to the next question?
I I just don't know how they sit back and let Rock get away with a lot of things. I think
Agreed.
it's clearly he's being super condescending. It's clearly that
Mm-hmm.
he is trying. It's like as if, girl, like y'all gonna play dumb while this boy playing in y'all faces at the end of the day. And again, it is a point of yes, we do need to draw a line, and it would have been nice for them
Mm-hmm.
to speak up and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. What you're doing. Like I know we're doing the
All
show,
right.
and I think one thing that really irritates me about these shows, and right now I'm watching the show Big Brother, and there's a lot of things that's going on with that, but I'm not going to bring that all up here.
Yeah, he told us. He told me about this
Yeah,
before we started. So
you
yes.
have to have. I personally love to see people have humanity and knowing that again, certain things isn't right, certain things is okay to say. You know what? That's not right. You shouldn't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day. And those are always my favorite characters in any movie or any show when they speak on it, when it's just like, you feel like, well, I don't think I should have to, or whatever case may be. But I think him being in a situation, I don't think he's going to be in a moment of fighting back because he was abused and stuff like that. But especially
Right.
for some of them that was at the table was abused before, and I'm like, don't do that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's all for me. That's it.
Right.
I
Okay.
don't like that.
Good.
I do
I
not
don't
like
either,
that.
and I hope he, like I said, I just need you to know what you're doing with this character that you're going to try to play. Because if you're going to go the route of the villain, you got to know what you're doing.
Because he gets himself out of things too. So we'll go later down the line what he did all through that. We're just saying that's the basis of his storyline, is him being the villain
Yeah.
and them allowing him to slide with things. Which, okay, all right. Who's on the docket next? Anything you want to add?
Okay, so the next guy I have is Q Fabian. He's the rapper. He has the blonde hair and the big lips,
Oh,
which is that's all you live for. Big
I
lips.
don't know.
And
He
I'm
just
like,
looked
okay,
like
girl.
a pin. I don't know why I get pin vibes. Just looks sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I think he's okay. I
What?
don't
Say
think
what?
that there's anything. I think he's okay, as in his character. Girl, can we catch up? Come on now.
He is amazing. I couldn't even keep my mind off his personality. I
Uh
think
huh.
it was just everything he was giving. You know what I'm saying? He was giving everything I need.
What was your favorite moment from him?
When he said hello, the way his lips open,
Exactly.
his big
My
lips, because
point.
he got big lips, the way they
Exactly
open
my
and they
point.
close, it was giving chef's kiss. It was giving everything I needed, honey. I was getting wet. Because he is a cutie, but he
Exactly
got a
my
sugar
point.
daddy. Let me tell you something. I am not gonna be sugar daddy. Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
I also did enjoy that he got a chance to perform
Mm-hmm.
at the. Oh wait, I'm talking about a different Q Fabian. I think we're talking about two different
Oh,
people. I put rapper. I think Q Fabian was the singer. That was a singer guy.
girl.
We're thinking, girl. We're talking about two different people. We're talking about a different
No, we
person, aren't
not. We
we?
talking about the same person. The one who dad was at the show.
Is he light skinned? Who you're
No.
talking about? Okay. Okay. Good. 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 I was gonna say, girl, who? I went back to look into it. I was like,
No,
wait a minute,
I
we're
knew
talking about a
exactly
whole
who
different
you was
girl.
talking about. Once you said blonde hair, I knew exactly who you was talking about. Oh, girl.
And I also looked at because I was like, I don't remember him having blonde hair. Anyways, yes, he was cool. I think he was cool. He was interesting. I did enjoy that he got a chance to perform in the first episode. I think that's always great to show your talents as soon as you start.
And great to see his father
You
was there
know,
supporting him. And again, I know some people like, well, again, that is their job. The parents should be supporting you, but we
true, but
don't
we
have
do not see a
that.
lot
We
of
don't have
that.
a lot of
We
that,
don't see a lot of
and we
that.
enjoy it when
We
we
don't
see
have
it,
that.
and we have to say it. We have
Mm-hmm.
to acknowledge it because it's a beautiful thing, and
Yeah,
it's a great thing.
it
Great
is.
thing, and it's okay to bring it up. Like I look at his dad going up there and support him. That's right, Dad. You do it. So it was
He get
great.
into it, but I like him so
We'll
far.
see if he warms up. We're gonna see if he'll be able to. Which
Yeah, because he hasn't had a moment. Moment. He hasn't had his
yeah,
moment. You know,
yeah.
so
We
far.
need people. Like I said, if you're gonna be on the show, you're gonna have to get into the drama. You're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah,
You're gonna probably have to say, "Well, you know what? I'm having an event. Maybe I can go." you know, I'm
exactly.
having an event,
Yes.
and I don't have issues with neither of you guys. And I just want y'all to come and have a conversation, and talk. Just don't break nothing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they come and talk, and then you eventually pick a side after you heard it out from both of them. Well, I think actually you might have been, Then the whole group
We
divided.
did
There
that
you go.
same thing. We did that same thing when Calvin came into the house for Bad Boys Club. So
What are you
yes.
talking about? I wasn't on this one.
Remember?
Oh no, baby! The first episode we was off them girls' side. Anybody was a real bitch was off.
No. I'm saying the point of getting into the house. Remember when we did the last recording of Bad Boys Club, and I was saying not Bad Boys Club, Houston. I'm talking about the previous one
Uh,
when they was talking about when Calvin came in, and I was like, oh, I just hope he. I was saying the smart thing to do is to just hear both sides to see where things are, and then realize the other side was not talking about nothing.
no, they was not. They
Remember?
was saying really trying to give him a time and day. Really, honestly, some point.
Oh, they weren't. Remember, because they was. But we talked about that already, girl. We are not getting back into that.
Oh yeah, because we can slide back on in.
Once was
Okay, you
enough.
know how we can do it.
We sure will.
So we're ready to
Period.
see. He's
And
he's lit, but we're gonna see if that candle gonna set it off. Ain't nothing like getting a candle,
right.
girl, and it's like you don't smell shit. Oh,
Oh yes.
girl, I'm talking, and then that shit piss you off
Don't
because
forget
you.
that.
First off, if you a candle girl, okay, you a candle girl. We
Candles are
be
not cheap.
smelling candles,
Candles are
and we
not
like,
cheap.
girl, this is what I want the house to smell. And when you
Mm-hmm.
lit that hole, and if you have to remind yourself or you have to walk past the candle to remember that it's lit, that's bad. That
It
is
is.
so horrible.
Unless unless it's like if it's a big one, then definitely that's bad.
Ooh.
But if it's a small one, the small ones are more for like your
The
kitchen
bathroom.
or your yes, like these smaller spaces like office, home office or something. It's more for that. So it makes sense that those ones can't smell up a
Yeah.
big room,
Yeah.
you know?
Agree.
Yes. But Q Fabian, we like him. He just hasn't had his moment yet on the show so far.
Mm.
We'll see where he goes. Ready for the next person, or is there anything you want to add to Q Fabian?
Any dick pics, butt pics? I would love to see his ass.
I already sent you something from D Bell.
It was all right, D Bell. I'm sorry.
Girl, we're on the
Oh,
podcast.
well, it was okay. Well, your body look first.
We're on the podcast. You better say it better
No,
than that. You
it
better say
wasn't
it
my
better than
cup of
that.
tea, but I think he has a beautiful body, and I think his penis and all it looks nice. It's just not
Hold
getting
on,
me
hold
deep
on,
there.
hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pause it so that they don't hear me getting
Oh
you with
no,
them.
you are not about to
But let
get
me
me
tell you
together,
something.
girl. I will
But let
press
me let
play.
me tell you something.
I'll press,
Let me
girl. You, I will
let
not
me
take
tell
the
you
emotional
something. Let
abuse.
me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. You better say that D Bell's pictures were great,
I
or
said it
else.
was cute. Well, first of all, I guess my point is I got into the head. Am I into it? No, but I'm saying he looked amazing in it, and I always say that. When you, girl,
Wow. See how
that's
she
not
hates?
hating.
Is it because he's a top?
He's not a top.
You don't know that?
She wants you to be a top. She's strictly a bottom. She don't know any.
Who said that?
She's strictly a bottom. That is all she wants to do. That's it. So D Bell, she wants
Don't say she
everybody to
say.
be a top, and she has a thing against us verse girls.
No, I don't. I don't want everybody to be. I just want people that I'm interested
You
in.
know, if she would have it her way, she'll have all the gay men to be tops, and she can have a full pick through the
Oh, I can
litter.
keep it. I don't know. Thank you. No, thank you. Keep them. Anyways, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, we're moving on to the next person. You
Yes, I
ready?
am.
The next person is Tyler,
Hmm.
the girl who does hair.
Oh,
Okay, when a first impression of Tyler for me, I liked his character. I thought he was funny. I think he's a great instigator, and I feel like if he focused on being an instigator, he would be fantastic on the series because he's great at instigating. Now, however, my feelings have changed a little bit, especially after that whole thing with Jalen and all of that. That really rubbed me the wrong way. Do you want to tell them what happened with Jalen?
He was basically slut shaming Jalen. No, I think we was gonna talk about the episode a little bit. Oh, we're gonna go through everything they done because girl, I was missing some things.
No, we're just talking about the characters,
Oh,
what
okay.
they've done, something that personally is affecting, something that personally happens with them.
Okay,
That's it.
so yeah, he did slut shame, and I think the funny thing is when you meet new people, and I don't feel like they really know each other that well, but I know when you get comfortable around a
Yeah.
person, and it's just like when you really vibe with them, and they'll turn around and do something like that. Let me be very clear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to put that out there. I don't do well when what he did. I can't deal with that. You only got one time to do that.
Right.
I think that shows a good reflection of your character. Even though you may apologize, but you would know that I'm not gonna lie, we all can be judgmental at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not denying that, I know my wig look way better than your wig, even though you think, girl, you're doing it. But I'm gonna allow you to think that.
Oh, my wig is fantastic. Yeah, that's
But
true.
for him to strictly tear him down and, you know, made just a big joke about it at the end of the day. Like that, you only got one time with me. I'll be like, I'll accept your apology, but I would never mess with you like that again.
Right. I also feel like the point of the moment was like even makes it even worse because it's like they were all at a party drunk and Jalen, no, Jalen just started talking about God, which I can understand if you're not interested in hearing that. That's fine. But to go from not wanting to hear that to just start to slut shame him and being like, yeah, you be trying to get to the DL men, you be doing this with them, you be doing that, or you be meeting them behind the houses, behind the bridge, and all that. It was just like, what? Where are we going with it? Especially because how y'all have set yourselves up, y'all are close friends.
Yeah, for the show. Because if that's your real friend in real
Yes.
life, let me tell you something. Girl, I love you. You will do me something. Let me tell you something. If you are friends with a person, and I need to be very clear, if you
Mm-hmm.
really friends with them, if they have took their
Mm-hmm.
time to embarrass you in front of people, for me that's a no.
As 1,000%
You
a
don't
no.
you don't especially you talking about my dating history or who I slept with, like, oh hell no, or whatever the case may be. Absolutely not. Absolutely
I
not.
think also, can I say this? I think it's also a thing of there was no consent to that being exposed on the
Yeah,
show. Like if I've said something about my dating history and we both joke about it, I've set that up that I'm comfortable with you responding to that or saying something
but
to
I
me
would never
about it.
shame you about that. I think that's another thing.
It's okay if it's like a thing where it's like I tried to date somebody and get like, girl, he was terrible for you.
Well, that's it.
You could
No,
do
he's
better.
indicating that he's basically slut shaming him.
Yeah,
He's
that's what I'm saying. It's like
fully
that's the
slut shaming
difference.
him,
That's the difference.
and he's saying that and mind you, he said that he had domestic abuse from some of these boys, or whatever case may be, that he was dating and
Hmm.
all. And I know a lot of that hit home
Also,
for
can
him.
I say this? Even if he didn't, it's still not right for you
It's
to
not
do
even
that.
right to do, but it's like you even know the
No,
information,
I
and
agree with what you're
you
saying. Though.
okay, just saying he knows the information.
No,
And it's just like,
yeah,
okay,
I do agree
it's
with you there, though.
crazy. And I just know that he was like in full shock or whatever case may be. Because mind you, they drunk. A lot of times when you're drunk, you can take a minute to comprehend things, or whatever case may be.
Yeah, it takes you a
Yeah,
little while.
and then you. For me, when things pop off or something like that, for me, I sober up. I usually do a thing where I'm like, I need to get myself together, especially if I feel like I'm being attacked or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
So I have that switch. I don't go that far to say, okay, oh, no, I'm a no. I'm waking up. Give me a moment at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like I didn't like that you did that, especially to the person that you were presenting as your friend. Like y'all had even had confessionals together.
Exactly. And I'm trying to find out, did this happen before or after this shit was filmed?
I hope it was
Before.
before, because if it was after, well, if it was after, that means they've talked it out and he's forgiven him and all that, so they've worked it out. But it's just like I couldn't be cool with you after that. Yeah,
We
we
not
can't
talking
be
nothing about. Let's
smoking
just say we
crack.
can be cool, but girl, you ain't gonna have a. You don't know you ain't gonna know who I date. That part of the conversation is over. Of us having, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Because
you date somebody,
what who's to
girl. We
say?
don't have that guy.
Like,
We don't talk to them.
like, let's talk about this. What if I started dating somebody that I'm not supposed to say anything about? I have an NDA, and I tell you, you tell everybody. What then?
Well, it depends on who it is. If it's Michael B.
Oh, like
Jordan,
who?
bitch, I'm
Who would
ratting
it
your
be?
bitch ass out. I'm ratting you out, and bitch, I'm gonna record you telling me, bitch, I'm taking you for all you got,
Wow,
hoe. You, bitch.
wow.
Oh, yes. Yep, I'm doing it.
Mhm,
You mess
mhm.
around with Bow Wow once he lose that
You're doing
weight.
that
Oh,
because,
Bow Wow, what happened? You know what Bow Wow look like now?
girl.
A cuphead. Like he got.
So, anyways, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted,
Oh my god,
um,
that's what he looked like. He looked like a cuphead. I knew he was looking like
we're done here.
something. Oh, big old cuphead.
We're done here. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah. So, Tyler, no, girl,
It's enough for me.
no. And I really was trying to like you at first when you did the confessionals with Jalen. I thought that was cool, but that, ooh, girl, that's a turn
Mm-mm.
off. That's terrible. Is there anything more that you want to add about Tyler?
Don't like him. I see that he's going to get into it with D Bell. I can't wait to see how that plays out at the end of the day. Even though D
Yeah, we're gonna
Bell
talk about
beef
that too.
should be with 100% Rock. Rock should be just on the list. I think D Bell and Rock
Honestly,
should be the full Nene and Kenya of the group because I'll be like, girl, I'm not going to ever get on along with you. This is just what it's going to be. And I'm going to keep that same
mm-hmm,
energy every time.
absolutely,
So but
every
I want to see
time,
how he's gonna
every
weasel
time I
his
see
way
you.
out there. If this boy get away with a lot of stuff, I'm like, girl, he got to be messing with the production because that's what they do. Because that's how Giselle was getting away with a lot of things. She cool, super tight with the production.
Yeah,
No, ma'am.
we.
But that's all I want to add. That's it, girl. Sorry, y'all, I'm stretching
Okay.
out.
Well, you guys, we're gonna do a part two.
Oh damn, we do
You see
gotta
the
do a
time.
part two. Oh girl, we've been talking.
We were trying not to do one. We really wanted to keep it to part
It's been
one,
an
but we
hour.
already know us.
Okay, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back at you.
Yeah, we have to do a part two because it's almost an hour, girl. And
Mm-mm.
I do not. So we will be back, you guys, with the rest of the cast, which is Tamar, Jay Fire, D Bell, which we've already talked a little bit about him. Kaylin, which we talked a little Jalen, I mean, which we talked a little bit about him. KJ and Mike Riggins. We will be back with the rest of the
All
cast.
right.
Of Real Hotboyz of Houston, Houston,
Not
Hollywood, you guys,
Hollywood
Hollywood.
girl.
I was saying Hollywood,
Okay, this is Tago here,
and this is
and
Oh
this was the
Lord.
TM show.
Yes, we're just real tired hot boys of
No, of
Hefferville.
Houston, girl.
You
Put
know,
it in there.
I said Hefferville.
Have a girl wig. Oh, girl, that's the wrong password. Bitch, my password
All
what?
right, you guys.
Girl, this thing, girl.
Bye. We'll be back. All right, you guys. We'll be
All
back
right.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.